It's been a year since COVID-19 took Jared's life, but for the family, it still doesn't feel real.
Para una mamá creo que perder un hijo es como perder, como que le arranca un pedazo del corazón.
Yanira Cortez lost her son and her best friend as she recovered from the virus herself.
You're doing good, Mommy.
She says she feels the loss every day. After all, he was the loud and loving goofball of their big family and her favorite duet partner.
It's cold outside.
It didn't take long after this pandemic began to see that it was disproportionately impacting communities of color. In California, the state with the country's largest Hispanic population, more than 7 times as many Latinos aged 35 to 49 have died from COVID than non-Hispanic whites in that same age range. Latinos represent about 41% of the state's population in that age group, but they account for over 73% of their COVID-19 related deaths.
We all live together in one household. Tios, tias, ninas, ninos. We all go out and we work in different areas, but we all come back to the same house.
Across the country in New York City, young Latinos aged 25 to 44 have died from COVID-19 during this pandemic at rates 4 to 6 times higher than their non-Hispanic white counterparts. A smaller part of the population making up more deaths. In nearby New Jersey, a similar trend. Reports like this one with the headline, "Whole Generations of Fathers Lost as COVID-19 Kills Young Latino Men in New Jersey." That's where Jared lived. At 27 years old, he was one of the younger family members who got infected last spring. He kept going into work until he got sick.
If you get sick, you feel like you're going to survive.
Abner Pereira was Jared's cousin.
You feel like you're going to win because you're younger, and this isn't going to affect somebody like you. The statistics say that younger people don't get it, and that's what everyone was focused on, and that's kind of why you would go out there no matter what just to provide for your family.
So why is this happening to young Latinos?
Latinos generally are far more exposed to the coronavirus than our non-Hispanic whites.
According to Dr. Hayes Bautista, it comes down to a few key factors, starting with the type of work young Latinos do.
They have to go out and work with either a lot of other co-workers, cuadrillas if they're farm workers or packing house workers, or interact with clients such as grocery store workers, automobile mechanics, etc., day after day after day.
I never really stayed home. I was always out working.
Alfonso Gonzalez worked in a warehouse near Los Angeles. His wife Vanessa stayed home with their 2 sons. In November, she got COVID while in the last trimester of her pregnancy. The next month, she gave birth to a baby daughter, but never got the chance to hold her. Vanessa died on December 14th at 33 years old, just 5 days after baby Heaven arrived. It's not clear how she got the virus. Now, Alfonso is back living with his parents, raising 3 children on his own.
I had to move, finances weren't there, because, I'm not working, and I feel like I needed to be here with my kids.
There's also the lack of access to health care.
Latinos tend to be hospitalized later into any situation because Latinos are less likely to have access to care. So they usually come into the emergency department already in a fairly advanced state.
What about higher rates of underlying conditions among Latinos, like diabetes and obesity as a factor? It might be, but it only comes into play once a person has already been infected. Finally, Dr. Hayes Bautista points to the fact that many Latinos live in multi-generational homes.
Yes, we have seen a lot of family tragedy as COVID has just burned through whole entire families.
You are in contact with at least 6 or 7 people throughout the day that are relatives.
Not long ago, Abner and Jared felt invincible together. 2 young men with so much to look forward to. More worried about their parents' lives being cut short by this virus than their own.
I kind of lost my brother, and now I'm about to become a father, and I want to share it with him, but I can't. And it's such a hard moment. He could have done so much more. And it's gone.
Pero a medida que usted se va dando cuenta que lo extraña, que ya no está ahí, que ya no llega, que ya no le da un abrazo, es bien difícil. Es bien difícil, entonces siento que me duele más.
Tears, she says, because she has just one regret.
¿Qué le quisiera decir a su hijo si él estuviera aquí ahorita?
Que lo amo mucho y que me perdone, porque yo siento que yo tenía que estar más ahí cuando él estaba enfermo. Yo tenía que estar cerca y no me importaba si me infectaba o no. Y eso eso me ha dolido mucho.
They share his story because they know Jared would have never missed an opportunity to shine in front of a camera.
Hello, everybody.
Y yo pienso que Dios me lo prestó por 27 años.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.